Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a new deck tech video. Today I'm going to talk about the Hunter deck that I've been using at DreamHack, and it's not just the Hunter deck that I used at DreamHack. It's also the Hunter deck that Strafco used at BlizzCon, and it's like the exact same list, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And yeah, it's also like pretty decent on ladder as well. So the important things to point out what is different, like there's many different versions, and like there's so many similar hunter decks, but they're like they have differences in a very few cards, but it makes a really big impact on how the games go. So like if you play one hunter's mark, two hunter's marks, one freezing or two freezings, and so on, all those little changes do actually like a lot. If you play like a tracking or no tracking, all those little things make a big impact into like the deck itself and how it's played out. So I wanted to talk about it, and yeah, I play one Hunter's Mark, or we play one Hunter's Mark. It's just that you don't need it, because you have such a strong curve. You will most of the time have preferable trades, and with Hunter's Mark you usually trade 2 for 1, or you trade off like a hunter keeper or whatever, or like a mad scientist. You don't really get preferable trades with Hunter's Mark, but you don't need it since you overwhelm your opponent with small minions and mid-range minions, and you will finish the game before he can even play minions that you want to Hunter's Mark. Like the first minion, or most of the time, you will Hunter's Mark a minion like Sludge Belcher, because yeah, that's like because the game will end like turn 6, 7, most of the time, or turn 8, and you don't really have to Hunter's Mark a target. So Hunter's Mark is not that important. You play the double flare just because of the potential Hunter mirror match, but in a tournament you will most of the time ban Hunter, because it's the strongest deck right now, and yeah, but you wanna have like auto wins against a freeze mage, for example, or any mage. So you wanna play when you play a tournament. You wanna play two flares for sure. Um, I want tracking. That's like a very interesting card in this deck. I made that a guide together with Savish just about this card, like how it's used. You can check it up. Check it out. It's on Gozo Gamers. And the thing about why tracking is so good, cards like Undertaker, for example, early you wanna mulligan for them. Obviously, you have 6 1-drops in this deck. When you go first, you wanna mulligan for the 1-drops, except you play against Priest. Against Priest, it's a little bit different because Lebanon is a dead card because you can trade with it with the Cleric and draw an extra card and so on. Against a Priest, you want to have bow and knife jugglers and stuff. But besides that, like in the late game, you never want to top deck an Undertaker or something. It's a dead card. So when you want to finish off your opponent, you have many games where you come to the point where you have to finish off your opponent. You need like a kill command, a bow or something, because he's very low in life. You're out of cards and you have to finish him off. So tracking would be like another top deck lethal if you so want. Like because if you don't top deck your bow or your kill command, you can top deck the tracking and then search for those cards. And besides that, like let's say you're in turn 5, you don't have the Hymen, you wanna play the Hymen in turn 6, you can use the tracking to find the Hymen and discard cards like web spinners, undertakes. All those cards are pretty weak in the later on. You don't wanna draw those cards. How many games you lose because you top deck an Undertaker when you needed a beast for kill command or any damage. So tracking is really nice. I really liked it, so I decided to play it myself. Yeah, I think it's really good for late game especially. Early on you want to have the minions in curve. Lepanoms to buff the Undertakers, yeah, to get like a lot of early game aggression. It's the best Death Rattle minion for 1 mana in a Hunter deck. You can't play Zombie Chows. I tested it. Yeah, it kind of works, but it doesn't really fit with the aggressive playstyle. If you wanna play more control, which I also like, Zombie Chow is actually okay, but it doesn't really synergize that well with the Hunter playstyle. The Web Spinner obviously cycle itself. Yeah, it gives you potentially a better beast. It's not bad. It gives you sometimes like the beast you need for kill commands. When you have no turn 1 play, Cycle Spinner is always nice. The traps, snake trap, just because of the synergy with knife juggler. Like basically, you win a game when your opponent has to proc snake traps and he doesn't have an answer. Because if let's say he plays a weapon to kill your knife juggler with the weapon, he takes 3 damage. He gets another 3 damage from the snake trap because it's getting procced, and then you attack next turn with the snake traps, which is also 3 damage. It's already 9 damage. So if that scenario happens, you already won the game most of the time. Just little things like that. If you play taunts like a Houndmaster, you get a Misha, you have a snake trap out. You just, if your opponent doesn't have like a way to deal with it, he will most likely lose. And yeah, a lot of warriors cut whirlwinds and stuff like that. So not many classes actually use cheap 1 damage removals. So yeah, snake trap is a pretty good card. One freezing trap, same argument. You don't really need to freeze trap anything. When you get it for free, it's pretty nice. Um, but when you play against Zoo, it's pretty useless. A lot of people play around it. A lot of people have death rattle minions and they have like a counter creepers or like the harvest golem, the second one, and to run into freeze trap. Like it's not as strong as it used to be because in the past a lot of people play Yetis and Ashur Drakes and you had like a guaranteed very strong freezing trap, but now with the implemented Death Rattle minions, freezing trap lost like the value, like the strength it had in the past. Strike trap as mentioned, but now I would actually consider to play one explosive trap instead of one snake trap just because aggro decks are getting so popular and people are not playing around explosive trap ever, is what I noticed. I like the 100 creepers. It's like a crazy card. It's like a beast. Beast for kill command. It's very strong 2-drop. It can't be killed by anything. It has the crazy synergy with the Coin Houndmaster. It buffs the Undertaker. It's sticky on the board, and it gives you two juggles if you trade it in. Very strong. The same with Mad Scientist, the strongest 2-drop in the game right now. It gives you a free trap, and the trap is also crazy. It's like very strong. You never wanna draw the traps. Like when you the most games you lose because you drew the traps instead of the Mad Scientist. But if it's the other way around, you really good spot. The same with the bow. If it gets like additional charges with the traps, it's like a lot of damage. Face, Animal Companion also pretty standard. Kill Command as well, pretty standard. One Unleash the Hounds. If you play 2, it's like a dead card in a lot of matchups. Like against Priest, it's not good. Against Warrior, it's not good. Against Rogue, it's not good. But against Zoo, it's very strong. In a mirror, it's very strong. Like it has those niches. Sometimes it's very nice as a finisher. So and it has the synergy with with Knife Juggler, Unleash the Hounds. Yeah, one Unleash the Hounds is fine to play, but 2 is too much. One Houndmaster, a lot of people don't like the Houndmaster because it's a dead card, but for me, I get like a lot of value. I would play 2 Houndmaster, but I just decided to play just 1. I would actually play a second Houndmaster because of the high main, because most of the time I rather have this strong curve from Haunted Creeper to Houndmaster than a high main. But yeah, I played for the tournament 2 high mains and 1 lower tab. Lower tab obviously for Miracle Rogue and to protect your board and to push for damage. It's like really solid deck. I'm pretty sure it's still good. I'm working on another version of Hunter deck, but this is the deck we used to play, and I wanted to make a deck video before I move on. So yeah, I'm also going to show you some games, and yeah, I hope you guys like it.